Good afternoon. My name is Byron Young. I'm a retired marine biologist, and I worked with the New York State DEC for 33 years. Most of my work was with anadromous fish, those fish that live in the ocean and come into fresh water to spawn. Since my retirement, I have been working with a group on Long Island to restore river herring runs to the coastal streams here. All but one of those streams here are blocked by an impassable barrier or dam. The goal is to get the fish above these dams to allow them access to the historic spawning grounds. The bulk of my work has been in the Peconic River in Riverhead. It is the longest stream found on Long Island, although its size doesn't compare to any of the inland streams. The goal of my work is to attempt to estimate the number of alewives that return to the Peconic River to give some idea of the stability and the size of the run. The work we do is fairly simple and does not require any fancy equipment. We start by setting up our makeshift station made from buckets, totes, and other things alike. We use a cast net to catch alewives, as it is the most effective and easiest way to catch them.
Oh, nice throw.
Once we catch a few, we put them in the tote and begin to gather data. The scales are collected from every third fish. Once we have collected the scales, they are sent to a lab where they can be aged. The scales are similar to trees in that they have rings for every year that they have been alive. The rings on an alewife scale are a lot smaller than those on a tree trunk, so they are sent to a lab for analysis. After we are done with the fish, we place them over the dam so they can get access to their ancient spawning grounds upstream. We try to put as many fish over the dam as possible, but there is only so much work that a few people can do, and also why the fish ladder would be so beneficial on the Peconic River. The reason we're doing this work is that river herring up and down the coast of the U.S. is in some serious trouble. Most of the streams have been blocked. The fishery is managed through the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission, which is a compact of coastal states. And they need data in order to understand what's going on with the population. The work that we're doing here is a small component of that effort. It's a large component of what we're doing on Long Island, but a small component when you compare it to the coast-wide fishery for alewives. And when I say fishery, it's the population, because there's very little harvest of alewives at this point in time because the population levels are so low.